Hi everyone, this is Kathleen Deggelman. Welcome to our How to Handle Objections and Resistance for Network Marketers. I have been in the industry for 8 years now. I started in 2006. I was in corporate America for 20 years before that, over 20 years, and I am so glad that I was introduced to the world of network marketing. I haven't looked back. I love being my own boss. I love being able to work where I want, when I want, and with whom I want. And I also am blessed to be able to say that I have made millions and millions of dollars in this industry. So one of the things that I want to share with you, or the main thing that I want to share with you today, is just how to handle the objections and resistance that comes up when you're presenting your products and your opportunities. What I have found in my years in this industry is that it is the same handful of questions that we hear over and over again. So the good news is when you get good at answering those few questions, you can actually start to enjoy it when people raise those questions. So let's get started. So first of all, let's talk about what is our goal when we're presenting our products and our opportunities. It's not to rush people. It's not to annoy people. It's not to lose friendships. It's not to get defensive. Our goal is to educate people. We want to help people understand what this is all about. Our goal is to attract customers, to attract business partners. And one of the most important things to remember is we are not meant to close everyone, and we're not necessarily meant to close people the first time that we talk about our products and our opportunity. It's important to be patient. It's important to meet people where they are. And one of the most important things to remember is we are looking for people that are open and that want more out of their life. That doesn't mean that's not everybody. There's a lot of people that aren't open, and there's a lot of people that don't even realize that they want more. So we're looking for the people that do want more and that are open. So that's our goal. Handling objections is a skill. The good news about that is that you can learn skills, and we can always improve on skills. But what I've learned in my years in the industry is that 99% of objections fall into these two categories. It's either a question that relates to a limiting belief in themselves, or it's a limiting belief in the industry of network marketing, direct sales, MLM. So if you can overcome these limiting beliefs, you can absolutely be successful in this industry. So let's first talk about the limiting belief in ourselves. So what does that sound like? It's questions like, I don't think I could do that. I don't have time. I don't have any money. I have never done anything like that before. I'm not a salesperson. I'm not a good speaker. I don't know anyone. So I know there's people on this webinar that have heard those questions or comments over and over again. All of those have to do with a limiting belief in themselves and whether they could actually be successful in network marketing. So just know when you hear those type of questions, what they're asking you for is reassurance that they could actually do this. Let's talk about the limiting belief in the industry. What do those questions sound like? Does anyone make any money at those things? How much are you making? I know someone that knows someone that lost money doing that 5 years ago. I tried that once years ago and it didn't work. Is that a pyramid? Is that one of those scams? Anytime you come up against a question like that, just set yourself to say, okay, that's a limiting belief in the industry. I can address that. So let's start with the most important tips. First one is don't be attached to the outcome. Sometimes we put so much weight on this person that we're meeting at the coffee shop because we know that they would be so great in our business, and it's just too much pressure on them, and it means that you're very much attached to the outcome. If you'll be consistent with the activities and don't worry about the results as much, just be more focused on performing the activities for building your network marketing business, you will be successful. When people ask me what do I think is the the thing that I have done that has made me successful, the number one thing I can say that I have done is that I have been consistent with the activities and I haven't been attached to the outcome when I talk to people. When you're presenting your products and your opportunity, just remember you're there to help them see what you see. You're there to help them see what their blind spots are. How you respond is very, very important. The most important thing to do is don't get defensive or even worse, angry. Think about in terms of the art of allowing and meeting people where they are. Don't make them feel bad. I was trained by a mentor years ago that when somebody asked the question, you don't have the time, or when somebody said, I don't have time, I don't have money, the response that we were supposed to say was, well, how long are you going to live with that situation? And it didn't resonate with me. It didn't make me feel good to say it, and I certainly don't think that it makes people feel good to hear it. So think about that. Would that make you feel good or bad if the response was, well, how long are you going to live with that situation? It just sounds too flippant, too defensive. If that's your style, maybe you could tweak it a little bit. But I would encourage you that it is much, much better to relate to them and to tell your story. Telling your story is one of the most important ways to handle objections. And it is the little things that matter most of the time or all of the time. And I love that saying, they may forget what you said, but they will never ever forget how you made them feel. So making someone feel bad or less than is not what we want to do. A little bit more about what not to do. Don't go crazy on them. It's not the time to get defensive. Pause. Take a moment. When somebody says, is this one of those network marketing schemes? Is this a pyramid? Pause, take a moment and say, yes, it is network marketing. Have you been involved with network marketing before? And then let them tell you their story. It opens them up. Ask them questions. Now is a good time to listen. It's a better time to ask questions and listen and do less of the talking. Hear what they have to say. Hear their story, especially if they say their objection with emotion. Listen to their story and then ask, what do you think was the reason you didn't succeed? In this example, this is somebody that's saying, oh, I've tried that and it didn't work. So ask them about it. What was their experience? What was their upline like? Did you have the training that you needed? Is the company still around? What do you think was the reason you didn't succeed? Listen to what they say and then say, do you feel like you gave it a fair shot? You could say maybe your timing was just off. Be friendly, be congenial, ask questions, draw them out. What they're going to hear is that you actually care about them. One of the most important things you can do when handling objections is to be empathetic. If you're defensive or offensive, it will turn them right off. You want to let them know that you are just like they are, and you can do that with your story. You want to tell them your story of how you overcame your objections or fears that were just like theirs. This will help you more than anything. And you can use other people's stories too. How to relate to them. If they say, I don't have the money, tell them your story. It could be, I had the same concern. I got tired of being behind. I wanted more out of life, so I found a way, and I'm so happy with the decision. If you really thought there was a way for you to take control of your finances, do you think you could find a way to make it happen? Tell them your story. I can't emphasize that enough. Here's an important concept. Tell them that you are the same. Relate to them. Empathize with them. Don't put them down. If you share from your heart your pain, your concerns, and how you solved it, that will make all the difference. And again, you can use another person's story too. Maybe there's someone in your downline or upline when you're talking to this person. Maybe it's somebody whose career relates to somebody else's more than yours. You can say, yeah, you know what, my friend Bob is an electrician. He had the exact same concern, and this is what he found out. Here's an easy answer to every objection. I was taught this years ago, and it's so simple. When somebody says, I don't have enough time, I don't have enough money, I don't have enough skills, I don't know enough people, those are limiting beliefs in themselves. You can respond to with that. That is exactly why I thought of you. I want you to have more time. That is exactly why I thought of you. I want you to have more money. That is exactly why I thought of you. You would love the personal development that you'll get by building this business. It is such an easy answer to every objection. They say what they're going to say. Typically, it's a limiting belief in their ability to do this type of business, and you say, that is exactly why I thought of you. That one actually catches people off guard. People love to be told that you've thought of them, and so you're showing that you actually care about them. These are two very powerful phrases when you're dealing with objections. Think in terms of feel, felt, found, and the question, what if? So if somebody says, is this one of those pyramids? Take a moment and remember feel, felt, found. I know how you feel. I felt the same way. And what I found out is pyramids are illegal, and I certainly wouldn't have anything to do with that. Feel, felt, found. When you take a moment to express how you feel, how you know how they feel, you're expressing empathy. You take a moment to say, I felt the same way, you're showing them that you are the same. And then with the found, you get to share your solution. So another powerful phrase is what if. Somebody says, I don't want to pester my friends. If you really believed in a product, would you want to tell your friends about something great? What if I could show you a way to share this so it didn't feel like a sales pitch? What if I could show you a way to make some extra income working part-time with me on the side that didn't take away from what you're already doing? What if is a very, very powerful phrase, and again, so is feel, felt, found. And last but not least, and I think this is the one that scares a lot of people, how much money are you making? When somebody says, how much money are you making, they're asking for proof. And if you're making some money, it feels great to answer this. And remember, an extra $500 a month changes most people's lives. But if you're not making money, I think that this question can make a lot of people squirm. So you want to tell them, I'm just getting started, if you're relatively new, or you tell them, hey, I'm working this part-time and I'm really excited for the future. Or my mentor and my upline is making X money and my goal is to be there in 6 months. It's more important that you speak with conviction and confidence about where you're going. You can talk about your goals. That's much more important than the dollar amount that you would plug in there. So always speak with posture and confidence. Don't ever let somebody take your power away from you. Oftentimes when people throw out some of these objections, in a way they're messing with us. And so it's your opportunity to show them that you can handle this. You can deal with it. Always, always, always speak with conviction and confidence. A little bit more about the money. You can also tell your story to date and how you're working with people who are making money and that success leaves clues. And that for the first time that you love, that you finally have a mentor to help you become successful. People love that this is a team sport. One of the things I always say that I love about this business model is we get all of the benefits of having our own businesses and almost none of the headaches, the responsibility, the financial liability. It's a team sport, but it's your business. You're not in business by yourself. That's another thing that's great. Often a business owner will tell you that it's lonely. This is definitely not lonely. I love that in our industry we create great communities around our opportunities. So when somebody says something about the industry, the typical industry objection, this was one of the ways that you could handle it. Pull out any one of these bullet points on the traditional business side and share any one on the home-based business side. And you could say to somebody, well, what looks better to you? I mean, what I found out is that in a traditional business, we don't have any job security or pensions. The great American dream is gone. 2,000 jobs were lost per day, every day last year. 55% of the new jobs created currently pay at minimum wage. 75% of over 50 have $5,000 or less in the bank, and only 4% have enough to retire. What I found out is a home-based business booms during the recession. I love that a home-based business, we can create residual income. I love that in a home-based business, we can work from home. The statistics are that almost 50% of homes by the year 2015 will be involved in home-based businesses. Here's a great one. 20% of those in home-based businesses earn over $100,000 a year. And I've been trying to find the statistic or the reference point for this one, but I have heard that there are more women who have become millionaires from the industry of network marketing than any other industry. So that's also a great one. Network marketing represents a $30 billion industry and it's growing. And I also love that in a home-based business, we have all the international opportunities. So this is a better way. What I would suggest you do is just take a look at this page, maybe take a screenshot of it, and just get comfortable with, maybe for you it's 75% of those over 50 have $5,000 or less in the bank. The traditional business way all by itself isn't working. In a home-based business, we have the opportunity to create residual income. It's a huge, huge industry. I think there's like 8,000 new home-based business owners saying yes every day. So, in general, which one looks better to you? Hands down, the home-based business looks 1,000 times better to me. The old way all by itself isn't working. One of the concepts you could do is what's called the takeaway. And how you do the takeaway is when you are talking to somebody and they're giving you a little bit of resistance, take it away from them and just say, it's not for everyone. This may not be for you. But I'm guessing that you probably know some entrepreneurial, self-starter, motivated, ambitious types that do want more in their life. And then pause and let them think about that. The network marketing economy is absolutely booming. And like we just talked about on the previous slide, the old traditional, especially if that's all somebody is doing, isn't working. It's broken. A tiny, tiny, tiny percentage of us, less than 5%, have enough money to retire. So the reason why the network marketing economy booms during these tough and economic times is because so many people are looking for more and absolutely need more just to make ends meet. So the concept here is do the takeaway. If somebody is offering objections or showing resistance, just shrug your shoulders and just say, hey, it's not for everyone. This may not be for you. In fact, it probably isn't for you. But do you know anybody that's looking for a better life? Or do you know anybody that is entrepreneurial and really wants to partner with a great team and take this around the world? And then pause. Telling your story is absolutely critical. The saying is facts tell, stories sell. People love to hear your story. They love to hear stories about people within your team, whether it's testimonials in terms of the products or testimonials in terms of the business. I can't emphasize that enough. When somebody raises an objection, tell your story. Tell them how you're the same. Tell them how you had some of the same concerns, but this is what you found out. The best news is when you feel comfortable with these questions, that's really all there is. It's just this handful. You'll hear the same ones over and over again. Get really good at answering. I can promise you if you practice this, you will get to the point where you actually enjoy hearing some of these objections because you feel so good about your answer and your posture and your confidence. You can absolutely win people over just on how you handle an objection. And just remember, we're looking for people who are open, and our goal is to educate and to understand. So let's summarize. When somebody raises an objection, ask yourself, which limiting belief is this? Is this a limiting belief in themselves, or is it a limiting belief in the industry? Always remember to empathize, tell your story, share with them that you are the same, and then tell them how. Remember the powerful phrase, feel, felt, found. I know how you feel. I felt the same way, but what I found out is. Use the phrase, what if, as often as you can. It's a very empowering question. What if I could show you a way that you could solve your financial problems? What if I could show you a way that you could start building towards your retirement now? What if there was a way that I could help you sleep better at night? Another very powerful phrase is, that is why I thought of you. When somebody says, I don't have any money, that is exactly why I thought of you. I don't have any time, that is exactly why I thought of you. I want you to have time. And always speak with conviction. The words that you say are important, but even more important is your body language, your posture physically, the how you say the words, and most importantly, how you make them feel. Always be positive and don't be attached to the outcome. There's nothing more dangerous than a closed mind. What you want to remember is you are not everybody is for you. And so this is a sifting and a sorting business. You're looking for people that are open. You're looking for people that are entrepreneurial. You're looking for people that are self-starters. You're looking for people that are ambitious. You're looking for people that want more. And if you come across somebody that is really negative, ask yourself, would you even want them in your business? It's okay to say next. Network marketing is absolutely a better way to work. I absolutely believe that. I think that the principles that we get to be a part of in the world of network marketing, they're fun, they're social, it's lucrative. You get to work when you want, where you want, with whom you want. You get to take a lot of great vacations. One of the things I love about this better way to work is the personal development that you get along the way. These are all skills that we can learn, and it just takes practice. It takes consistency of effort, and it absolutely takes giving this enough time. If you're brand new to this, I would love to sit and have a cup of coffee with you and share with you all the different ways that this has changed my life. It's changed my life spiritually, financially, emotionally, even romantically. I met my husband through this wonderful industry of ours, and I don't know how deciding to build a huge network marketing business will change your life, but I can promise you it will change your life in ways you can't even imagine. So I hope you treat this business like the $1 million opportunity that it is, because it absolutely can be that for you. Whatever it is that you want it to be, if you want it to help supplement your income by an extra $500 to $1,000 a month, it can do that. If you want it to supplement your income by an extra $5,000 to $10,000 a month, it can do that. This industry can also supplement your income or become your primary income, because you absolutely can earn hundreds of thousands of dollars and even millions of dollars. I was talking to somebody the other day that was in corporate America, and she said that she's tired of the glass ceiling, and that honestly is something that I have not thought about for years, because we don't have a glass ceiling in our industry. So thank you so much for joining me today. Thanks for watching, and if you'd like to be connected with me with my weekly blog post, and if you'd like to also get a copy of my Secrets to Success for Entrepreneurs book, go to KathleenDeggelman.com, my website, enter your name and email, and I'll send it right over. Thanks for joining me today. Hope this helps. Have a great rest of the day.